Hello, everyone. We are live on this Monday, and I'm here with Megan. And today we want to talk to you about what to do when you just aren't feeling it. Because the truth is, we both woke up this morning and we were not feeling it. And it's like, it's a Monday, it's a fresh start, it's a new week. I know, like yesterday, I was feeling a little fluffy, and I was like, today, like this week, I'm going to do good. I'm going to get back onto my routine, back onto my nutrition. I've taken a couple days off from working out, and I was like, okay, Monday's the day. So drop the word Monday in the comments. Tell us where you're watching from. And Megan, do you want to just kind of dive in and share how you were feeling when you woke up this morning?
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. Like, I know we get on here where we're like, oh, set goals, do these things, just show up. You know what? There are days that you wake up and you're literally like, I don't want to do anything. I want to do nothing. But at the same point, like, that's my head. My body's like, yeah, let's go. And my head's like, yeah, they're just not connected. And today was one of those days. I mean, thankfully, I have built habits that I literally do on autopilot, like get up, put my workout clothes on, do the things, get my water bottle ready for the day, get my, all the things so that when I drive my kids to school, my next stop is the gym. And let me tell you, I would not have gone there had I not done that on autopilot today because I am feeling blah. I'm not feeling the greatest. And I was trying to, every excuse in my head, like, well, you can skip a day. Like, it's okay to skip a day. And it is, don't get me wrong. But I'm not showing up because of, I just want to make sure. For me, it's not about the weight loss and all that stuff. It's like the fact that I was fighting my head actually tells me I need to get in there more because that's for me why I do that. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, I feel like there's more days like that I have those days.
Sorry, right. I want to know,
hold on.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit, so hopefully when you come back, it'll be good. But I want to know, you guys who are watching, okay? Is exercise something that you do? Like, how many times during a 7-day week would you say? Like, for me, it's usually like 5 to 6 times a week. And so, like Megan said, just having like this routine, having these habits. Now, you're better than I do. I sleep in my workout clothes because I don't know that I would have the motivation to put them on in the morning to go. So when I wake up, I'm like, okay, all you have to do is put on socks and shoes and go downstairs. I don't even have to drive to the gym sometimes, but I love that you've kind of habit stacked that where you've got this routine that you do every morning. It's simple. Like, you're almost like tricking your brain. Like, I can put on my watch, I can fill up a water bottle, and I got to drive my kids to school. And now all of a sudden, no more excuses. You have to go to the gym, and why not? Because you're already out. Now you might as well do it, right?
Well, and I feel like you said, that habit stacking, like, I think it's important to like let people know, like, that was literally back when I was building these habits. My goal was, it wasn't even like originally to get to the gym. It was like, get up and get dressed. Because I used to get up, sit on the couch with my coffee and in my jammies. And then I would drive my kids to school in the jammies, come back, and I'd be like, oh, I think I'll just sit here a little longer. So it was literally, I'm like, gosh, just get up and get dressed. I mean, so like when you're learning how to build habits, they literally can start as simple as that. If you don't have time to fill your water bottle in the morning, fill it up and put it in the fridge the night before. Just like getting your workout clothes on when you go to bed. Like, you got to know yourself and know what's going to work for you and help you. Because when we set up these habits, it's building to the things that we want. Like, I want to be healthier. I need to move my body. Well, I can't go. Well, technically, I could go to the gym in my jammies or walk or go downstairs and work out in jammies. But are you going to be more apt to do those things if you wake up with your workout clothes, even if you only have to walk downstairs? And let me give kudos to those who do work out at home, because let me tell you, I would do that. And I actually had a harder time showing up for myself in my house. It was easier to find distractions. So like, yeah. It's a huge thing. It's a huge win. Like, when you focus on that, it's like, wow, I get up every morning and I walk downstairs and I work out. Like, that's a big deal.
And I want to know, you guys who are watching or catching the replay, are you, like, I know that people love the gym atmosphere, love being held accountable for who's there, maybe don't have the money to purchase at home, workout space or anything like that. And so I want to know, when you work out, do you work out at the gym? Do you prefer going out, or do you prefer at home workouts? I'm just curious. And I didn't even think of it like that. It's true. It would be a whole lot easier for me to put it off all day long and not work out, knowing that I could do it at any time. Right. And I have to do the mornings because I find myself sometimes in the evenings, if I haven't done a workout, it's like, well, I walked up the stairs like 5 times. That's the equivalent of probably like 10 minutes on a Stairmaster. And, I went and I picked up laundry, and that was a couple squats in there. And I like find ways to like,
Right.
to finagle my workout in through my daily stuff, not actually doing one.
Well, and that's something too I want to talk about too. Like, I know we're kind of getting off a little bit, but like when you talk about like exercise, that equates to movement. Like, if you've ever heard me speak, I will tell you, like, I am a reforming couch potato. Like, my favorite place is to sit over on the couch and watch TV. I just don't live on it like I used to. And it's one of those things where, like, Friday, I'm like, okay, I'm going to clean my house, get it all clean, because normally we do a family clean day on Sunday, which I did not want to do. Right. That's functional. It's functional strength training. So like mopping my floors, scrubbing my floors, like picking up laundry, like if that's what you want to start with, if you're not a mover and a groover yet, get up and do some dang chores, because like those work, they move your body, like in and out of the wash and unloading dishes. I mean, it's not going to burn as many calories and stuff, but that's still movement.
That's true. It is.
So if that's where you're starting, let us know that too.
Yeah. So I wanted to share like a couple of things that I do, because I woke up this morning. I actually woke up at like 3:30 because I went to bed at a very decent hour last night. And so I woke up at 3:30 and I was just like laying in bed. And I was almost like just fighting with myself. Like, am I going to get up and work out in the morning, or am I not? And I was like, well, I can just wait and I can work out when Derek gets home, but then I probably won't. Or why wouldn't you when you're just laying here anyway? And I was like going back and forth and like fighting with myself. And I don't know if that's ever happened. I mean, I'm sure and this isn't even just to do with working out. Like, this could be with eating healthy. This could be with the things that you need to do, but you just don't feel like it. If we live our lives based on how we feel, we would all be on the couch watching Netflix, eating potato chips, right? And so we have to work. We have to live our lives. We have to do the things based on the goals that we have set, the things that we want out of life. And so I use 3 different strategies when trying to like trick my brain or trick my body, or like just like overpower that negative voice in my head that's trying to talk me out of it. So the first thing I use is the 5-second rule. Sometimes I'll just say to myself, okay, when I hit 1, I'm going to get out of bed and I'm going to go downstairs. And I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the first thing I have to do, I have to state what I'm going to do, whether it's in my mind or whether it's out loud. And then I count down, and then I just move, and I just have to do it because I said I was going to do it. So that sometimes works for me. The other thing that works for me is affirmations. So I'll say stuff like, I'm disciplined, I'm fit, I'm happier when I'm exercising, I am, and I'll just say whatever affirmations I need to say until I finally start to believe them. And I'm like, all right, if I am these things, then I do these things. And then the last thing is I reward myself. I didn't really want to go live right now. What I really want to do is go sit on my couch and eat the rest of my chocolate covered strawberries that Derek got me yesterday. That's what I really feel like doing. But I'm not going to do that when I get off this live. I'm going to go and do the work that I need to do. I've got a Zoom call at 12. And when I complete my tasks for the day, then you will find me on the couch eating my strawberries before my kids get home. And so I think that rewarding yourself, sometimes I'm like, okay, when I get done with my workout, then I can go sit in the hot tub. Then I can go sit on the couch and drink my protein shake. Then I can do this. And so sometimes just giving yourself a little reward for completing what you didn't want to do, I feel like is super helpful.
Absolutely. A couple things, mine look a little different. I mean, I will be honest, I talk to myself before I get out of bed, just like you. I have used the 5-second rule, that book. If you've ever read it, let us know if you've ever heard of the book by Mel Robbins, or better yet, read it. It's phenomenal. She's amazing. But something I'm going to just shift a little bit and go, one thing I will tell you when you're feeling like this is, 1, know what your goal is. Know what your goals are. If you're not clear on what you're working towards, and again, this does not have to be with exercising. This can literally be with anything. Maybe it's your goal for the day is to get the kitchen clean. You know what I'm saying? Like any goal, these habits. So like you have to know what your goal is. Like I know why I'm doing the things I'm doing. And then number 2, I remind myself that motivation, I've said this before, like I very rarely use the word motivation. I look at it, it has to be discipline because motivation lasts about a millisecond. Like we get it, it just doesn't stay. It's like, boom. It's like we do with our company, we do the, we're on trainings or we have, and you get around all these people and you just feel so amazing and you're so great. And then you get off and you kind of step away from the fire. Well, that you feel like the fire kind of dies out. So there's your motivation kind of seeming to go. Well, that's where discipline has to kick in. And that's where knowing what you need to do and what you're shooting for will get you to show up for whatever it is. And honestly, it's just a matter of doing something, find whatever it is, just start. And, the biggest thing for me, like I was telling Tamika before we hopped on here, like I did not want to go to the gym, but I walked in, I did it. I did not do the normal length of workout that I normally did. My body wasn't feeling it. And I was listening to that, but I showed up today and you know what? That confidence in me goes up a little notch every single time. Like, because I don't focus on the fact that, I didn't work out as long as I normally would. I focus on the fact that, you know what? I did not want to be there. I did not feel good, but I did it. My leg probably because it was leg day today and that tomorrow is going to make me feel good. And so focusing on that and just to move, I focus on moving at my capacity for the day. You do not have to focus on perfection because you're setting yourself up for failure. So those are my things. I would love to hear, too, what you guys what goals that you're working towards, right, Tamika? I mean, for me, I don't go, like I said before, I don't go to the gym. I mean, yes, I want to be like, I want to lose weight a little bit, but I just want to be stronger. But mentally, it helps me with that. And that's the other thing, you guys, if you're not implementing any kind of self-development, drop in the comments if you do any kind of self-development. And if you're not sure what that is, absolutely, we can share some of that. But that is, I'm always putting stuff in my ears because here's the thing, the days that you don't want to show up, it's the battle in here. And if you win the war up here, you're gonna go far.
And one thing that you said is like just starting little. Like when you said that, like when you need to do things that you don't want to do. Like when I look at my house and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to clean my kitchen or I need to do the laundry, or I need to do something. Like I start with something little. Like it's like, okay, I'm gonna wash the counter. Okay, now that I washed the counter, okay, I'm gonna clean out the sink. Okay, now that the sink is clean, the dishwasher's loaded. Like now I'm gonna like, oh look, like now I have motivation. Now I have like the momentum to go do the next thing. And so, whether it's like you said, getting up in the morning and like putting on your clothes, that could be the first step in getting the momentum to doing what you need to do.
I love that word momentum, by the way. That's a great one.
Yes. So we should use momentum over motivated. Like you need to get the momentum going.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. Like I always just think of that book. If you give a mouse a cookie, like literally, like if you just take one baby action step, like you said, it builds your confidence. And when you start to build that confidence, then you start to do better. And I think that that's the only reason why we are where we are today is because of the small habits, the small little things that we've been able to trick ourselves into. Like we know where our shortfalls are and we've made adjustments into our routines, into our schedules. So then that way we can set ourselves up to win more days than not. And not to say that every day is good, not to say that we're perfect in any way, shape, or form, but we're winning a lot more by incorporating some of these tools I shared with you guys today.
Well, and I think winning needs to be defined as, it doesn't mean that you climbed up a mountain. It means that you showed up for yourself and walked into the gym and maybe you took 2 laps around the track and out you went. That's a win because you know what? You could have done nothing, and I always drop in the comments if you know the movie What About Bob? If you've ever seen it. Tamika, have you ever seen the movie What About Bob?
Yeah, but it's been a minute.
Oh my gosh. I reference this. This is even one of my hashtags, baby steps. The movie's all about baby steps. And it's literally, long story short, it's like, I always picture him. There's a scene where he's baby steps around the office. He's a mental patient, and he's learning how to get to his next goal. And it's like baby step. Literally, I can picture that, him like just doing this little thing. It's like, that's all you need to do. It doesn't have to be this huge giant leap. You go from not moving your body to all of a sudden, I'm working out 7 days a week. Start moving your body one.
Right.
Set yourself up and just go, and I just, that to me is like, I think about that all the time. And that's literally how I built my habits, with baby steps. I think we just have to change everything overnight. The things that you and I are talking about today are things that we built up over, for me, it's been 5 years since I started this journey, and instead of thinking about, oh my gosh, I need to lose a bunch of weight all the time and you do all this right now, I was like, gosh, I'm running a marathon. Like, this is a lifestyle change for me. So when you look at it that way, then all these little things are compounding the next. And the more you do show up for yourself, it does build your confidence to keep going.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah. So just to come full circle, you guys, like, if you live your life based on what you feel like doing, you're not going to go anywhere. And so change that around. Like Megan said, number one, know your goal. And then number two, be disciplined and start to incorporate some small changes that are going to help you achieve it. Okay. So it's Monday. It is May 15th. We're halfway through the month, but it's always a new day, a fresh week to be able to work towards your goals. And if you ever need advice, if you need accountability, if you need support, we both have groups for that. We're both available for you at any time. So don't hesitate to reach out. That's honestly what brings us the most joy, is being able to teach people how to start winning in their life, just one healthy habit at a time. So thanks, Megan, for doing this with me. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.